Hello
Hello
everyone.
everyone.
Hope
Hope
all
all
of
of
you
you
are
are
doing
doing
great.
well.
Without any further delay, are
Are
you
you ready
ready
to
to dive
dive
into
into
our
our
scary
scary
soul?
soul? This is going to be a classic horror story which happened in the 1960s.
Wait, let's change our filter.
You're pretty. So, this happened to my dad's mom's brother,
Dad's mom, brother.
grand uncle,
பாட்டியோட
grand uncle lah. So, my grandmother's side is all from Malacca. So, this happened in Malaysia.
Oh.
This story is quite unique. We are in a situation and we are in a lifestyle where not many people want to help. But what if a help comes to you in a not so normal way? Let me share with you all what happened.
The
Unusual
unusual
help.
help.
So this story was shared by my grand uncle when we traveled up to Malacca to his kampung house lah. So back then, my father doesn't like to really stay in Singapore during like festive occasions and all. We will travel up. So we will go there, we will like stay for like few days, then we will come back. So this happened on one of those occasions where we had like a yearly get together. That time, if I'm not wrong, my grandmother was a bit well in health and all. So we traveled together with her so that she can see her siblings there and all. So there came a time where I'll ask any elders down there the typical question. பேய் கதை இருக்கா? So this is shared by my grand uncle lah. If you all remember, I shared about the Kollivai Pisasi in one of the scary soul. It's them. Okay, so this was my grandmother's the first brother. The one who was affected by the Kollivai Pisasu was the second brother. Okay, so this grand uncle he started lah. He started telling when he was much younger. He used to be much stronger and all that. And by the way, when even though he was old, when he was telling the story, that he was still very strong because of all the hard work, farming, and he's a truck driver, even at that old age. So this was when he was much younger, where he said that he was double his size, very fit. So he starts his day by getting up early, and he's a very pious person, so he'll pray. But not so pious in one more thing lah, because every day early in the morning before heading off to work, right, he'll have one glass of Guinness stout. And not only that, he'll drop an egg inside and then he'll gulp down the whole thing, bottoms up. So he says that it gives him the energy to work lah. வெறித்தனம். So after that morning ritual, he will start his truck and he will drive to work lah. He will go do a lot of hard work and all. Normally he does his work, he comes back home at night, very tiring job and all, but he's a hard worker. But on this day, while he was on the way to work, he has to always pass by this very old school cemetery. They do burial there and they do cremation there, and the cremation is those days style. They put the wood, the varati,
then they
the matisani, it's a cow dung, dried cow dung, like a fuel to burn the body lah. So there's like a shed to the burning place lah. So while he was driving his truck, right, he hit the brakes because along the roadside and at that cemetery, right, there was a huge number of crowd there, kampung people all gathered there. He had no idea, so he got off the truck, and the whole area of that part of Malacca, right, knew my grand uncle. So they were like, Rama, come here. You see, like that. So he looked lah. He looked, what is it? Couldn't really see much. So he pushed through the crowd and he actually saw people there snapping those old time photos. Those old school cameras with flash and all. So when he looked ahead, there was like actually a incomplete cremation under the shed. It was like something came out from the sticks and the cow dung all. So they were, when you look at the cameraman, they were actually pointed upwards, taking pictures. So he looked up lah. Anyway, it was morning. There was this almost completely burnt skeleton stuck up at a tree. It was almost like as though this fella went and hid down there.
Sure.
So they were all just looking lah, like how come this? It's like intact skeleton.
How you went up?
Like a movie, out of a movie scene. It was all the way there. So people were talking in Malay, it seems, that bones contract when they burn, so maybe because they were not, the undertakers there were not hitting the body down. So this fella, maybe the heat was just right, right?
So adhanala.
It went up, but it was so high up. And that was like the talk of the town there lah. So he gave a look, he didn't know who it was. So he just had a prayer, he said, hope the soul rests in peace, that kind of thing. He turned back and he walked back towards his truck. So while walking back and all that, the crowd, this is what he exactly said. He felt like as though the volume was turning down. Suddenly the crowd all, like the voices became like muffled. He was wondering why suddenly all so quiet. But when he looked around, they were all talking. He was like, okay, never mind, just head to work lah. He was walking out of the cemetery, where suddenly he heard somebody call him, Rama. He turned. Nobody. He took another step, like this time he was at the road shoulder. And there he heard again, Rama. He turned. This made him like stood frozen for the ground for a while only. Like he was like a bit like shocked to see. Because initially when he saw the skeleton, right, the head all was like dangling downwards. Because it's a dead body, right? It's like a skeleton only, so like that. But this time when he heard his name being called, right, the head was upright looking at him. So skeleton, the teeth all can see. And then he looked closer and there was nothing big lah. The hand of the skeleton twerked a bit. So he just jerked a bit, then he was like, okay, just prayed. He turned right. A bus just sped past him. And the bus tumbled over.
Oh my god.
So the bus actually had some passengers. So at that point of time, my grand uncle really froze in fear already. Imagine if he just took a few steps forward, right?
You would have died.
The bus would have collided in him. So he was already a bit shook by this thing lah. So he said he went to the truck, he started the engine, he drove past the cemetery slowly and he looked. They already took down the skeleton already. But at work, while he was working already, he was feeling very unwell. So he threw up several times and all that. The people there told him, why not you go back and rest? So over there, he's quite a respectable person. he was in a town called Jasin. I mean, he's still there. So they were all like with a lot of respect for him. They said, நீங்க முதல்ல போங்க போய் ரெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க and all that. So once he reached home, he told his wife what happened and all. He actually fell very ill, so he was actually resting in the house for so long lah. Then came a news article to his doorstep of the infamous skeleton up a tree. Yeah. So he said that he showed his family and all that. I asked him, do you still have the paper? He said, unfortunately, because Kampung area, a lot of termites, what is it called that? Silverfish, all damaged already lah.
Sure.
So cannot, no evidence to see, but it was something unique. But how he ended the story was, he doesn't know who the deceased person is. Maybe the person knew him.
Yeah, how do you know the name? How do you know his name? That's what I was
that's
wondering.
the thing. He was like, at the point of time, he didn't want to clarify whose body was there and all. He was shocked. And the news article also was very simplified. They never named. They never named the person lah. So either had to be a Chinese or a Indian lah, because Muslims, they bury.
Yeah.
So he said maybe it could have been one of my friend or somebody I knew, but for that the skeleton to call out the name saved his life lah. And then he after that felt a bit like emotional lah, because he still doesn't know who that was. So yes, we have come to the end of today's scary episode.
Wait, switch back to our original filter. Okay, so we have come to the end of his scary episode. So hope you all have enjoyed his scary episode for today. So until then, signing off, Varshan.
Anju,
Ciao.